All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Tennessee Titans in tonight's video. Folks, do you understand it now? Do you see the vision? Does it make more sense? And I love draft time because first off, Cam Ward is now officially a Tennessee Titan. And it was so funny all offseason, people saying the Titans are not good enough to draft a quarterback. You don't want to draft Cam Ward. Take Travis Hunter, take Abdul Carter, and build everything around a QB so that when you eventually get your franchise QB, he'll be okay. He'll be in a good place. And it's like, dude, get a grip. Cam Ward can take this team from a 3-14 record to 10-7, around 10-7, I should say, next season. Obviously, can win more than 10, lose less than 10, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm rambling. My point is the Tennessee Titans know what they are doing. And I know last year was annoying. And I know I did the same thing I'm doing right now. I sat here right behind the microphone and tried to tell you why I think the Tennessee Titans are a good football team. And we're doing it again. Third time's a charm, baby. Cam Ward, 92.9. College football best PFF grade last season at the University of Miami. He is a big-time player. He is a big-time gamer. 6.3% big-time throw rate in 2024. Folks, doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. Tennessee, not good in that department last season. 26th in total passing yards, but just big-time plays, horrible. They had just 43 completions of 20 yards or more, which was the 6th worst mark in the National Football League. But Cam Ward also has confidence. He also has accuracy, and he can also stretch plays with his feet. On throws, though, of 20-plus yards, he recorded 12 touchdowns to only 1 interception. So he's got great vision. He's got great anticipation. He's aggressive. And yes, he might throw a couple of interceptions. He might take a couple of bad sacks, might make some wrong throws. But Cam Ward is a good one. And it's just so funny. People are saying, I made a whole 8-minute rant on this topic, specifically, literally what I'm about to say, but it's always so funny to me how people did not want Tennessee to get a QB here. It makes absolutely zero sense why they wouldn't take this guy. People were saying, well, if he went last year, he wouldn't have gone 1. Folks, if the draft was 2 years ago, Jaden Daniels is a 4th-round quarterback. Like, what are we doing here? If we did the draft 3 years ago, Caleb Williams, isn't the number 1 pick in the draft. So that's all BS. Don't listen to it. And we got to go through the whole Titans draft in today's video. So we're going to run through it, but we're definitely going to talk about Cam all spring/summer. All right, round 252. Femi Oladejo, edge rusher out of UCLA. Now, I know he's a little bit raw, but this guy is an absolute physical specimen. All right. He lined up at both inside linebacker and edge rusher during his tenure at UCLA. And this is exactly what Denard Wilson is looking for in his defensive scheme. At the Senior Bowl is when he really stood out and we really saw that potential. He really showcased his skills specifically as a defensive end. He had 2 sacks in the Senior Bowl game and he was aggressive. He was attacking, and you just know the DC really wants that because he wants to put pressure on opposing quarterbacks, right? Got to keep in mind, no more Harold Landry. So he's going to be competing with guys like Arden Key and Jermont Jones. It's always just like people were freaking out. First off, you do this every year. I'm not saying Titans fans do this every year. People are like, oh, we need an edge rusher. We need a right tackle. We need a wide receiver. And then people forget about the draft. They take that position in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round. It's like, oh, okay, we're set there. I'd rather have, Rook than, washed up edge rusher. I'm not saying Harold Landry is a washed up edge rusher. Not saying that's specifically tailored to the Titans, but I'm just saying people freak out over NFL teams before the draft. Like, oh, they have all these holes. And then the team addresses those holes in the draft. And it's just funny. All right. Round 3, 82. One of my favorite picks in the Titans draft. It has to be Cam Ward. So maybe this is like my gem. Kevin Winston Jr., safety out of Penn State. Now, he only played 3 games last season because a knee injury cut his season short. But over his 3-year college career, he's played in 25 games, served as the team captain in his final season. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. He's extremely physical. And the best part is he's versatile. He can match up against larger wide receivers. He can handle tight ends in coverage. He did not work out at the NFL scouting combine, but he was timed a 4.45 second 40-yard dash at Penn State's pro day. Sorry, that was kind of confusing. He posted also an 89.3 PFF overall grade 2 years ago, missed 0 tackles. He's a ball hawk. He's got high IQ football play, misses 0 tackles. You are going to absolutely love Kevin Winston Jr. Long-term, especially. He joins Amani Hooker and Xavier Woods in that safety room, but once again, very versatile safety in Kevin Winston out of Penn State. All right, I butchered this for the last hour before I actually hit record on this video. I know I'm going to say it wrong. Chimere Diake. I know I said it wrong. I know you don't pronounce it Dyke, but he's a wide receiver out of Florida. And what I do like about this player from what I've seen, because I've got a buddy who's a huge Florida Gator fan, he's very fast, 4.34 second in the 40-yard dash at the combine. This is the vertical threat. This is the big-time play threat you're looking for with Cam Ward next season, all right? He's also got a ton of experience as a punt returner, so wouldn't be surprised if he was the starter there. Another round 4 pick, loved this one so much. Gunnar Helm, Texas tight end. The progress he had this past season was crazy, and that's why Tennessee drafted him. He went from 14 catches to 60 catches last season. He had 60 catches for about 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. There is still clearly room that he can be further developed, and I'm really excited. But you join Okike, that's the former Toronto Raptors center. Sorry. You got Okonkwo, and then you also have Josh Wiley coming off his rookie season. But, Gunnar is going to play. But one thing he is not good at all is blocking. Very poor blocking guy right now. 66.9 PFF pass blocking grade last year, but then he had a 43.5 run blocking grade. But one thing, resilient. This got a lot of headlines. At the NFL Combine, he injured his ankle and still participated in the drill. So the guy's a workhorse. And then the final 4th round pick, Elik Ayomanor, a wide receiver out of Stanford. And you're putting a couple of studs in that wide receiver room for your coach. He also can return catches, but you might remember him from his game in 2023 against Colorado, the first year with Shedeur and Travis Hunter. He had 294 yards in his first matchup against Travis Hunter. So that's good to know. He had a good year last year. You also have to keep in mind Stanford's not a good football team, but that is going to be a good rookie player, no matter what his stat line looks like next season. And then finally, the final 3, we'll just run through these, and we'll do plenty of Titans videos for the next month and just the entire spring/summer, like I said. Round 5, 167, Jackson Slater, guard out of Sacramento State. What he can do is interesting. He can play guard and center, and he was phenomenal. I know it was a lower-end school, Sacramento State, FCS, I get it. But the dude was literally a beast. He was a superstar at Sac State. And then round 6, 178, Marcus Harris, cornerback out of Cal. Probably more of a nickel, which is really good for a 6th round pick because he is fast and he can match up against other fast wide receivers. And then round 6, 188, the last pick from Tennessee was super interesting. Khalil Munnings, running back out of Michigan. He's 6'1", 226, and this is the power running back that is going to be joining or at least fighting for a roster spot on Tennessee. He used to be a linebacker, so that's awesome. That is it for today. We ran out of time. We will do a much deeper Titans video as the weeks progress, but thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Let me know your favorite pick down below and then your hidden gem pick and a grade if you want as well. Thank you for watching.